pizza with three Z's, baby. Three Z's.
Remember that name.
Remember that name. Good pizza with three Z's, baby. Three Z's.
So tell me about mushrooms, David.
Yeah,
You're doing some interesting studies.
Yeah, I live in the Bay Area, and we have a heck of mushroom churches.
Yeah,
And I was
you do.
reporting recently on how mushroom potency can vary by a factor of 80. So one strain of mushrooms can be 80 times more potent than a different strain. And potency is going up just like weed with legalization.
Okay.
So like the old 3.5 gram bag of the eighth of mushrooms that
Yeah.
you ate is not what it used to be.
It's not the same 3.5.
Yeah, buyer beware. Like you
Oh,
got to
shit.
actually get some mushroom like potency scores before you know what you eat now.
How do you do that? Like, how does one get the potency of a mushroom?
Yeah, there's a church in Oakland that they only sell or trade mushrooms that they're testing.
Okay.
So just at the beginning of medical marijuana testing in California, they had a lab in an apartment somewhere and started doing THC scores.
Okay.
Now we're getting psilocybin scores, the active ingredient
Fire.
on mushrooms in the package. So
Very cool.
it's not about the dry weight. It's like irrelevant. It's about the potency score, just like herb.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And you said in the same batch, it could vary how much?
By double. So 2 caps in the same tray sitting next to each other. One might be twice as strong as another one. And so you've probably encountered like the situation where everybody in the crew eats the same amount, but one guy just gets crazy higher. Well, that's that mushroom
that guy.
variance there.
No shit.
Yeah,
dude.
that's the latest science out of
Whoa.
Oakland.
So what do we do with that, bro? That's kind of...
I think it's going to be like
Jesus.
weed. You know, like nowadays, every legalization state mandates testing, and there's a THC score on everything.
Gotcha.
As mushrooms and psychedelics get more legal, it's going to go from like, oh, this is just a 3.5 gram dose to like, oh no, this is 12,500 micrograms, you know, and that's what you need for your body weight, da 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 da. It just becomes a science.
Okay. Now, how legal are mushrooms in Oakland? Like, how the fuck does that work? Like,
Yeah,
mushroom
they're not.
churches and-
What happened was Oaklanders,
decriminalized, right?
right? They
From what I
said this
understand.
is the lowest enforcement priority for our police.
Okay.
And you can imagine Oakland police have a lot of enforcement priorities.
That's a fact.
And
is
and that's the same
absolutely
thing
true.
they did with weed with Measure Z is they started out with it as the lowest enforcement priority.
Okay.
And that's been enough of a cover for them to have mushroom churches and now like a mushroom lab called Oakland Hyphae, like Oakland Hyphae.
Okay.
That
Yep,
will
yep, yep.
test all these products and help you actually dial in that microdose.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Out of there's a church out there called the Zidor, aka Church of Ambrosia, and the owner says he's like signed up 120,000 members over the years.
Whoa.
It's huge.
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot of members.
Yeah, yeah. You know, people be exploring their consciousness. I mean, they just had Joe Rogan at the White House sign in some entheogen.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like, you know, they're
This
going to be
just in.
doing more ibogaine research, more psychedelics research. You know, the White House just unblocked it. So, you know,
Shit.
it's a whole new era.
That's fucking cool, man. Do you dabble?
There's a time and a place for everything.
There
so,
sure is,
You know,
my friend.
I don't say
There
no.
sure is.
I kind of say like yes and. You know, like yes and
Yes or no? Yeah.
yes and tomorrow or
Yeah.
yes and later.
Yeah.
You know,
like I'm not doing
that
it.
kind of thing.
I'm not doing it this weekend.
Yeah,
I'll probably do it this
exactly.
summer.
For sure.
know?
Or like a good concert or a night out or something.
Yeah, dude. See, I can't do the concerts, bro. I don't like being around that many people because
Sure.
I'm that energy sensitive, and some could just send me off
Sure.
the fucking map, bro. So
Yeah. Like
I try to-
the church is dosing people like the max amount in like a quiet room with nothing on the walls, like no other sensory input, because you're already going to have so much sensory input that you don't need like a thumping concert and
you don't.
hella people wearing hella clothes and smells and finding the bathroom.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
Find
it could be an
a whole
odyssey.
mission, bro. Yeah, I feel that, bro. I'm more like with a couple friends in a safe environment. I'm like an old fucking lady.
Sure. No, I think you're right. Yeah. If we could put out some advice to people.
Vibes are going to be cool, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they talk about mindset and setting as like two of the legs of the stool. It's like you have the active substance, but then like what mindset are you going in with? What environment are you in? So if you're in a bad headspace or you're in a place that you're not going to feel safe, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
So, you know, we want everybody to have a good time, get what they want out of it. So think about those things before they do them.
Definitely, man.
Unless you're just a crazy lunatic, in which case you just
they can trip anywhere. Friends can trip anywhere. Like I used to trip in the hood a lot, and I was like, why am I never having a good time when I'm there? There's just so many things happening.
Yeah.
And like
you're seeing it all for the first time, and it's bumming you out.
Yo, I remember this dude wanted to, all right, so quick story. I remember this dude wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
Right? Literally, he wanted to kill me. He was out to get me. Long story. We're not going to go into that. And I seen him when I was tripping my balls off on acid, bro. And I was in the car like, oh my God, he's going to kill me. And my boy like literally bumped into him. Boom. He's like, what the fuck? And they knew each other and it was good. And he kept moving. I was like, oh my God.
Of course, that's who you run into on mushrooms.
Yeah, bro. I was on acid.
Acid, yeah.
Whatever.
Same thing.
Still, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're like the weirdest things are going to happen to you.
Oh, man.
So you better
just keep it indoors. Ahead. Keep it indoors or in the woods or something. You know what I'm saying?
1000%.
Yeah.
Go rent a house in Mexico.
Yeah, word.
That's probably the best place on the beach. Yep. Yeah.
I've yet to trip on the beach. My little brother used to trip on the beach. He used to tell me it was the best time ever. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah. I could hear the waves reflecting, the sound of the waves crashing, reflecting off the walls in the house. Like I could hear the sound of the waves like coming up the cliff,
awesome.
Bouncing off the walls and coming back at me. I was like bathed in the sound.
That sounds great, bro.
Waves, you know?
That sounds great. Hell yeah. We did some mushrooms on the podcast not long ago.
Did you? I gotta watch that episode. What episode is that?
Oh, dog. Look, don't look to get any value out of that episode. Just hopefully, hopefully a couple laughs. No, I mean I didn't say much. I was just sitting there kind of just fucking melting and looking at that wall over there. But me, Macho Mids, and
get out of here.
And Midzotics.
Okay.
We fucking ate we ate like 2 grams of shrooms each.
Yeah, Shotwell?
Shotwell, yeah. We
a
just
legend.
Sent it, bro. And Shotwell and Macho Mids ran the podcast for me. Dude.
I bet.
It was a fucking mess.
You're in good hands.
Mess. It was great. It was great. I had a lot of fun doing it. And we had no agenda. It was like, can we do this? That's all it was, bro. Like, can we pull this off without like freaking out?
Yeah, that's the conflict in that episode.
Yeah.
It's like, will they lose their minds?
Yeah,
I did that with
fun, bro.
Skypack L Rock. We smoked a black hole.
Oh, hell
that's where the paper is all hash.
Yeah, I smoked the one with L Rock too.
And we faced it on camera and tried to keep it together.
How'd that go?
It went great.
Good.
We're both old school psychonauts, so we know how to hold our stuff down.
We know how to hold.
And if you bring some notes, you can stay on track.
And handle our drugs.
Yeah,
you know, for sure. That's cool, bro. Respect, much respect. So, where are you from, man? Where do you hail from? Where'd you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in Southern California in the high desert. Literally on the edge of the desert where the drugs take effect. You know, when you're leaving LA and you're going to Vegas, you take the Interstate 15 and you go over the Cone Pass. It's at like 4,300 feet. That's the high desert. And there's a scattering of like desert towns out there, Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia.
I've heard of that.
I grew up in one called Apple Valley. And so it's in the Mojave Desert and the high desert on the way to Vegas, you know, Barstow out there. And my mom owned a skateboard shop. And so I grew up.
Your mom owned a skateboard shop?
Word. Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. When I wanted to rebel, like as a teenager, I had to rollerblade.
That's serious rebellion.
Yeah. That's hard.
In that world.
Yeah. I really had to push it. No,
Damn.
So there wasn't a lot of sidewalks. It was desert, but we had the first skateboard shop out there. And so by the time I was like 10 or 12, I was selling Etnies and Americas and, you know, Costins, like the shoes.
Yeah, Air Costin.
Yeah, making completes and grip taping boards. And opening up the shop, and
That's cool. Did you used to skateboard at all?
I still skate. Yeah,
still skate. Me too.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was a big influence on me, like skater culture growing up. In retrospect, punk rock culture out there. My first show was Sublime.
Whoa,
with Face to Face and Chuck at the San Bernardino County Fairgrounds in Victorville.
Legendary, bro.
You know, those circle pits. You know,
mosh pits and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I was a youngin', so I was like, man, Sublime does not play well live. Like this show is not that tight, you know.
For sure.
But I didn't know that it's punk rock, so it's not supposed to like sound studio good, you know. It is supposed to be kind of a mess.
Got you.
You know?
So that's pretty legendary that you went to. That's like saying I went to a Nirvana concert or a Rage Against the Machine concert. Actually, not even Rage, because they're still alive, but they don't play together no more. But similar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those are once in a lifetime. Well,
didn't even know at the time. Yeah. Was in a circle pit, lost a shoe. You know, you should tie your shoes on tight before you get in a mosh pit, because someone will step on your shoe and then you step out of it, and then you lost a shoe and you're in a mosh pit. Yeah, and you gotta like circle around shit in there, to try to get your shoe. Then you kneel down to get it, and someone just elbows you right in the face.
Yep.
And then you.
That's about right.
Right?
That sounds about right. I jumped in a mosh pit once in my life at a Metallica concert.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it was sick, bro. I didn't go crazy. I did a couple laps to say I did it. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Pushed a couple people. No casualties.
Yeah.
But it was fucking cool. Like my adrenaline was going crazy. It was to For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Sick.
It was just perfect. It just started right next to us. Like we were here, it started right here. I'm like, oh shit, this is my big chance.
Where was that venue?
Right here in Sac, Golden One, at this Kings Arena. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, they don't let people mosh anymore because of the insurance costs. But those were the heydays of moshing. Growing up in the desert was dope though. Like at the time you hated it because there's like no culture, you know, music's like literally one Sam Goody store or the Warehouse.
Yep.
You know, you're buying CDs there. But in retrospect, it was really wide open. So we were riding dirt bikes and like shooting guns.
That's cool.
And,
you can do that.
Getting in trouble, and you know, but you were just kind of out of the way, you know. And
it sounds out of the way.
Yeah. Like it's desert, man. It's like Joshua trees and rattlesnakes and thorn tumbleweed bushes and like that Indiana Jones, you know, childhood.
You used to see mad rattlesnakes?
Yeah, you know, there are these ones out there called Mojave greens that are green colored, and then you don't want to step on a baby because the baby rattler doesn't know how much venom to give you.
I've heard
so you could get
they could dump the tank on you.
Yeah, exactly, envenomated by those. Yeah, but so I was super ready to get out of the desert by the time high school was over, and I went to college at UC Santa Barbara. So I went from like the desert to the beach.
That's nice.
And that was way better right off the jump.
That's nice, man. That's a really cool college, bro.
Yeah.
My friend went there. My daughter almost went there.
Yeah. I don't even think I could get in there now. It's so competitive. Like I slipped in under the door.
Yeah, dog. I remember my daughter was trying to get in there. She's like, there was none of her major even available. Like it was super hard to like do what she wanted to do.
I came in there as like a sophomore with like school credits, and it still took me like 5 years because I was having so much fun. You know,
I bet. Oh yeah, I was on the 5-year plan. For sure.
Super senior?
Super senior for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the year after that is your ascended senior. You're like beyond super.
Yeah, man. I played the dorms the whole time, man.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time. I didn't do the apartment thing, nothing. I was just, you know, doing what I do.
Yeah.
In the dorms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
figure that out. Yo, Rube, you check the air conditioning? Make sure it's down all the way? Yeah. Thanks, bro.
I remember like even back then, like being like, man, this weed's expensive. We got to pool our resources and like buy in bulk, you know, start like a collective model.
Smart.
You know, like Costco, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that was still doing prohibition. So you didn't want to be holding for too long. But I, you know, quickly figured out that if I could round up all my friends together and we could pool our resources, we could buy in bulk, everyone saves money, and then I could smoke for free.
Okay.
And so that was like the beginning of, you know, that next chapter.
So is this when you started selling weed?
I mean, to smoke for free.
For sure. I mean, that's how we all started, I feel like.
Yeah.
90% of these people that have been on the show, we all tricked ourselves into smoking weed.
We would call it the Collectivo, and this was like before cell phones and pagers and shit. You just went around and be like, "Hey man, Collectivo on Friday, '98," and people would throw in, and then I'd go re-up for all of us, and then break it up and split it back up, and everybody would get what they needed, and I wasn't sitting there holding pounds.
That's straight, bro. You got so you got all the pre-orders popping.
Pre-ordering, yeah. Yeah, you just needed organization and communication. I've always been good
Imagine
at
that.
Right?
To run a business, organization and communication.
I remember I was off campus, like staying at my girlfriend's house, and at like dawn one morning, and this is in the middle of running the Collectivos, you hear like boom, 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 sheriff's department, open up. Damn. Boom, 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 sheriff's department, open up. And I like jump out of bed, no clothes on, doing one of those like cartoon things where you just don't even know what to do.
It's going down.
Just like, I don't know. And then you hear boom, and they kick in the door, and you're like, oh God, here it comes. Yeah. And it was actually right next door. But the walls are so thin, it sounded like it was happening in our apartment, And it was like literally like right next door that like someone was getting raided by the Santa Barbara County sheriffs. Just like standing there, buck naked in the dark, like, okay, I guess it's not me,
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got lucky, my boy.
Yeah, I've always had good luck.
Jersey, what up? It's your boy JP, Good Pizza. Yo, everybody's been asking me, where can I get the slices in Jersey? Look no further. Peep the list. Check it out. It's right here. Pull up. Grab you a slice. Thank you for the support, Jersey. Peace, love, good pizza. We'll see y'all out there. That's good, man. It's good to have good luck in the game.
Yeah, and that's where I started writing full time. Was a school newspaper there.
Okay.
As an English major, but they had a daily newspaper called the Daily Nexus, and you could get paid like $15 a story, write 3 stories a day, 5 days a week. So like, get some beer money up. And you couldn't go home and go to bed until your stories were in and like to the printer. And that kind of like paint the fence, just repetition of like writing every day on deadline, gotta file, gotta publish, so you could go home, and seeing the reaction from the audience, seeing what people like, dislike, what people protested or like wrote in letters, I think is like really good training for anybody who wants to do that for a living. Like you don't need theory. You don't need to sit in classes. You need to like go report and write, No
doubt.
Go to the police station and look at the blotter, which is like their big old folder full of all of the police reports for the weekend. And, if you're writing up a story about what happened over the weekend, you go look at those on a Monday.
Damn.
Go talk to the bums in the park about what's been happening, interview the chancellor. I interviewed George W. Bush on the tarmac at the airport when he was running to be president,
Whoa.
I actually misquoted him.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
But it's like you
That's
need
good.
to like
You gotta cut your
learn.
teeth somehow.
Yeah, exactly. You need to like fail often.
Yeah.
And just get those reps in, versus like thinking about it, or studying it in the abstract,
100%, bro. 100%. That's cool. Is that what you went to school for?
I got an English lit degree. There was no journalism degree at UC Santa Barbara.
Gotcha.
But I knew that I was going to try to be a writer full time. Like I came from like a retail family who didn't go to college. I was like, I'm going to learn a trade and make sure I can make some money. I don't want to be helping people try on shoes my whole life at the skateboard shop,
No doubt.
And I saw that I thought, America's not going to make many things. It's going to be like music, movies, and code. So I'll write about that. And so I thought I remember seeing Hunter Thompson in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Legend, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, what? I remember reading Jack Kerouac in 9th grade and being like, you can write like this, on the road. And so I was like, I'm going to be a tradesman writer. That'll be my living. And so from the second I went to campus, and even in high school, I started writing for the school newspaper and the school yearbook, and then the college newspaper, and freelancing for the local college publications. And I've been on that path now.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So writing becomes your passion, right? Did you want to focus on solely cannabis? Or?
No. Yeah. When I started out, I was a music writer and an arts writer.
Okay.
And this was before the internet and Napster even or this was just as Napster was taking off and music was going digital. So I like was writing for newspapers and print, writing about music, and now like newspapers barely exist and like music is totally different. Like everything has changed. People talk about the weed game changing all the time, and I'm like, bro, take a number. You know, media.
Things that changed.
Yeah, media has changed a bunch.
Yeah, bro.
Music has changed a bunch. Movies, distribution, you name it. Like it's all been changing. And so the like career I trained for, you know, being a rock critic and a music writer. I was a editor at the East Bay Express, which was an alt weekly in Oakland. So like, you know, weekly newspaper comes out with all the concerts in it and stuff.
Yeah.
They barely even exist anymore, but they were really big then. Like I was the music editor there, and then I was the web music editor for Village Voice Media, which was the chain that owned all the alt weeklies in America. And now Village Voice Media doesn't even really exist, and like alt weeklies don't really exist, and you know, music editors barely exist. There's like some online and stuff. All that stuff changed. It was in 2009 at East Bay Express where my editor was like, I'm thinking we should start like a pot blog, you know? And I was like, you know, this is still prohibition time. So I'm like, I don't know what makes you think I would be good for that, but I will do that, you know?
All right.
I think he knew I smoked. And like music and weed have always been like right next to each other, you know, listening to the Ray Bama episode, talking about Burner and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And all the rappers. And in 2009, when pot, like web or blogs were taking off, you couldn't make enough money from advertising with like a local music blog, but you could do it with like a national music blog. Like there's enough clicks out there if you're covering the whole country or the whole world and like rap or whatever. And no one had done like a weed blog. And so we started the first like local national interest marijuana blog called Legalization Nation.
Okay.
And it would publish daily online, and then they would reverse publish it into print. And it totally took off. Like I was worried about what it would do to my like career as a music writer and a journalist, you know, because weed hadn't even been legalized yet. And it was actually the opposite. Like the second I started writing about that in Oakland, when legalization was taking off, like people started emailing me and calling me and wanting more stories. And it went from like manila folder to hanging file folder full of manila folders to the whole, you know, one cabinet to like a whole file cabinet, you know. And now I've done like 4 books and traveled all over the world and lectured at UC Berkeley and Loyola Marymount, and, you know, been published in Scientific American. And like weed ended up being the key that opened up the door for my whole writing career, and like
That's
continues
wild,
to like take me all over the world, like Berlin this summer, you know, in New York, and all this stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. Yeah, I mean, journalism took you all over the world. You know, the media's taking us all over the world, and it's fucking cool, man. I didn't know that this was gonna happen, bro.
Yeah,
I knew there was things to talk about, but then once you do the local shit, you're like, well, I got to go explore and see what the fuck's going on out there.
Yeah,
and
I've been reading about.
Yeah, man, it's so dope.
Yeah, what we are is actually very ancient. So like, we're storytellers.
Story shows.
And so there's Christopher Nolan's putting out The Odyssey this summer with Matt. Like Matt Damon.
Okay.
And so like that's, you know, a movie adaptation of a 3,000-year-old heroic poem that used to be like sung. And that was written by Homer, who was like a bard of the ancient world. And so we're the modern bards. Actually, like rappers are too, because they actually like sing in rhyme, in verse. But back in the day, if you were a bard, like the like nobles and the kings like paid your way to travel because you were the storyteller.
And you would tell the story about the kings and the emperors.
And then
like
if you were captured on the way, like by pirates or whatever, you had immunity. Because think about it, it's like 2000 BC in Phoenician like ocean. You're bored as shit. You capture a bard. You don't kill him because the bard can like tell you all the stories. The bard can sing you all the songs. Shit. It would be like breaking your TV or your Netflix. It's right. It's like the one thing that could entertain you. And so the bards had immunity.
That's
and
cool.
Because also the pirates wanted to be put in song too. Everyone wants their story told.
I was going to go there as well.
Right.
They probably wanted their story told as well.
For sure. Yeah. And I think that's the same today. You know, we're going back to that oral campfire culture. People aren't even reading as much anymore. They're listening to podcasts. No. They're watching videos or just listening to the audio of the video, like people will probably be doing right now while they're driving, on the 5.
Yep, or in the Grow or wherever they may be.
Right.
Shout out to y'all.
And that's like the most ancient form of that storytelling. Yeah. And it's certainly the most alive in your brain because you're like listening. You don't have to decode words on a page. And so we got that bardic energy. A couple different seed companies are paying for me to go to Mary Jane in Berlin.
Nice.
And putting me up for the week there. And my job is just to keep telling these stories, as fast as I can, as good as I can, in all these different formats, however the audience wants to hear them.
Nice, dude. Who are you working with out in Berlin? Who's bringing you out? Who's sponsoring you this trip?
So I'm staying with Humboldt Seed Co.
Oh,
you
cool.
had them on the show.
Yeah, I'm dropping their episode Monday.
Cool. Yeah, love those guys. I stayed with them when we in Cannabis 2 years ago too.
Nice, bro.
Yeah. Obviously, there's like a huge genetics wave in Europe right now because of legalization out there.
Yep.
And then this big auto seed company out of Europe is flying me out there. They're called Fast Buds.
I know Fast Buds.
Yeah.
I met them. Cannabis 2 years ago.
Yeah. I've, writing about genetics recently, I've had to learn more about autos and their place and like what's going on with them because they used to just have such a bad reputation.
For sure.
But they're a huge growth sector in genetics and they're like a huge innovation sector for mass farming distillate. There's like auto farms in Michigan and it's all going into pens, like they're just harvesting the whole field and extracting it. And it's like, it's not the top shelf flower that we know, but you've talked about how the next generation starts with a lot of these vapes and they don't even know about flower.
No doubt.
And if you're looking at the cost per square foot per second on your farm over a year, autos are going to be the thing that just is going to be like bam, 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 especially if like you're just chopping that down, freezing it and blasting all of it.
Yeah, I think that's probably what you should be doing with it. Just based off of like, you can't mom out an auto plant because it's going to flower.
Yeah.
Hence auto flower. So you're constantly popping seeds, right? So these phenos will be all a little different, right? So you might as well just pool them all together and blast them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like the flower is never going to compete with like the top shelf flower. Don't worry, top shelf flower growers and breeders, you're fine. But all that middle and the bottom trance where they're just resin ranching, farming for oil.
Yeah.
And then all that's going into carts for like the lowest cost. I landed on this idea that you've definitely dabbed autos and not even known it. Like the auto hash is really prevalent in California. There's some big brands.
I wonder if I have.
You have, and you haven't even known it.
BHO or rosin? Only BHO only?
I think on the live resin side, yeah.
Okay.
On the BHO side. Although I've seen some amazing auto rosin too from Humboldt Seed Co. They're hella jelly auto right now.
Oh shit! If those were autos, I have
you dabbed it.
And I smoked it on the show.
Yeah, like
and that was the one I liked out of everything they brought.
Yeah,
the one I liked most.
They have that one in a garlic butter, like for a savory side, that they've got really advanced on the auto side. I judged an auto flower cup in Hollywood earlier this year.
Okay,
and the flower wasn't anything to write home about for the most part. There was a couple contenders out of like 70. But the hash was totally competitive.
Nice, dude.
And I was like, this is what's going to happen. They're going to be hashing this stuff out.
Sounds about right.
Right. Yeah. And like hash is just growing and growing. And so making hash cheaper with autos is for sure a thing. And I got to respect the hustle and the customers. And as a storyteller, like dig into like, what is this? Where did it come from? Where is it going? What is it good for? I can't just be like, oh, auto's gross. Bleh.
No, everything has its place, man. Just because like you may play in the top shelf connoisseur lane only, like, cool, man. There's like 95% of the other population of cannabis that does not, And there's the mid-grade stuff, and then there's the lows, and then there's you can buy shake at the store. You can buy an ounce of shake for like $20.
Yeah, and then in alcohol, a lot of the bulk of the sales are that lower and mid tier.
Yeah.
Case of Budweiser,
Yep, there you go.
the Natty Lights and stuff. I enjoy the 4-pack of craft beers that cost like $20 for 4 beers.
Yep.
Or when you pull them at the craft beer or like at the bar, it's like $11
for the growler.
Yeah, and you're like, damn. But people are out there drinking 50-cent beers, like 20 of them a night, and that's where a lot of the volume is. That's where a lot of the bulk is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's tight, bro. Very cool. So tell me about the Clonetopia.
Yeah, when's this episode coming out?
About 5 to 6 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, well, we will have all the cuts from our big clone festival will be out in the world, changing the game. And we'll be doing another Clonetopia in September. And
Nice.
that is Clonetopia is NorCal's first clone release festival.
Okay. Oh, that's
And
cool, man.
it features 4 nurseries and over 15 cultivars.
Okay.
And I curated the lineup based on what I knew was popping from 7 years as the senior editor of Leafly, and then writing the Fire Follower genetics newsletter I do on Substack with a paid version from me. And so I went to Purple City Genetics, Hendricks Nursery, Hayes Valley Nursery, Talking Trees, looked at all their menus, asked my audience, like, what do you guys want to get? And I'm really, really proud of the lineup we put out. The top shelf is a Tire Fire OG from Hendricks Nursery. And that's a SF or a OG Kush TK crossed to SFOG, like the OGest OG.
Nice.
And that cut is $1,566.
Okay.
And people have pre-ordered it. Like they're coming to pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
And they're flying in from like Hawaii and Oregon,
Nice.
around the country. Because on the commercial cultivation side, you take that home, you mom it, you take cuts off of it, and now you have like tables of this super hype OG to like start the next OG wave, plus make your own new breeding projects off of it.
Yep.
And that stuff is going to Germany. It's going to Czechia. It's going to Chile. It's going to Madagascar. It's going to Thailand, and people will rename it and make an entire brand based off of that cut they got. Glenn over at Green Dragon was saying that he's paid $10,000 for a tray of OG back in the day just to be put on the wave, And that's what this is on the top shelf. It's a bunch of commercial wave starters. Purple City Genetics is bringing out their Z to Moroccan peaches. It's called Habibi.
Nice.
And
I saw that on a list yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Green Dragon posted a list. Is that what I just read?
Green Dragon's got their drop the same day too.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so Purple City Genetics has been sitting on Habibi for a while, just running it in house for their own smoke.
Okay.
While they've been working on all the Moroccan peaches stuff. They're called that the El Creme line.
Okay.
And they're ready to let it go. And it's Z times Moroccan peaches. RN says like those are two, like huge hash hitters together. And those cuts are $500.
Okay.
And I think well worth it if you're trying to win a hash contest.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. He's also doing a lemon cherry Congo, which is red Congolese to lemon cherry gelato Z. And what this offers is a sativa LCG that finishes in 8 weeks. So if you're going to be in the LCG space and you want a different effect and you need it to finish in 8 weeks, that's the lemon cherry Congo.
Nice.
Hayes Valley Nursery is bringing out this crazy setup. It's 3 phenos of the Tom Hill Haze. And Tom Hill is like a legendary breeder in Humboldt. Like you'll see his name on strains.
I've seen that. I've seen Tom Hill Hayes before for sure.
Yeah, and like I didn't even know he was alive. I didn't even know he was real. Like I thought it was a mythical dude.
No doubt.
But he's real and he's alive. He's just reclusive. And Hayes Valley Nursery has the Tom Hill Hazes under license from Tom Hill, and they're bringing those out. And you get 3 of the cuts for $1,000. And we've been saying that this would be like if you wanted to re-record the Beatles' Abbey Road or Nirvana's Nevermind on the actual equipment they use in the actual studio they use. This is that. Like if you want to go to the Haze from Dave Watson, like upstream of Blue Dream, upstream of Super Haze, upstream of Jack Herrera, you want to go to the like source equipment and make something new, this is for you, you know?
I like how you put that.
Yeah, it's like, it's not going to flower. It flowers in like 11 to 13 weeks instead of 18 to 20.
Yeah.
And the 3 phenos have slightly different flavors, I guess. But you could reboot a Blue Dream. You could remake a Jack. You could take something super new and put it on something super old. Like you could get
Those are fun.
Yeah, exactly. Or get a crazy hazy effect out of a new thing, like from the right, pheno if you do a hunt into this stuff. So the average person probably doesn't want to grow $1,000 13-weeker, that isn't a huge yielder or a huge washer.
Exactly.
But the right people around the world know that like gearheads would know like, oh yeah, I want the mics from Butch Vig's like recording sessions with Nirvana. Like I want Kurt Cobain's guitar that he recorded like Teen Spirit on. This is that,
Okay.
if you want to recreate that sound or make the next album, like that would be those.
I had a cool Tom Hill Hayes cross. I think Connected dropped it a couple years ago. It was a GDP times Tom Hill Hayes.
Damn.
Bro, that shit was fucking fire, dude. It was so different and terpy and just like pretty cool rendition of both of them, I thought, man.
Yeah.
I know they've done work with that since. I don't think they dropped that, but I think they crossed that into things.
Ray Bama's homies at Established Farms is interested in that Tom Hill Hayes because again they like get it, like, oh, let's bring this in house and make something cool and new.
Yeah.
Apparently those haze effects are just scalp ripping.
Yeah.
And there's no ceiling. And Jord over at Hayes Valley Nurseries, like we actually made some sift from this haze.
Oh, sick.
And like it needs like a Surgeon General's warning. Like
just the
it is not for civilians. Like, it is like it has
only.
no like commercial
only.
value. It only has spiritual value.
Okay.
It's like DMT or something. If you need like to go on a spirit journey,
go on a little hike
haze
with the Lord. With
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, or like come up with a new brand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, do some like shadow work, whatever people call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what that's for.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If you want to clean the baseboards.
Yeah.
House.
Baseboards.
You're down there with the toothbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's get in there.
Yeah.
Let's really let's get this place together. Yeah.
Just be tweaking.
Yeah, tweaked out on the haze. Yeah, bro.
But I wanted to make sure Clonetopia had plenty of stuff for civilians. So Talking Trees is doing a BOGO. He's bringing a GDP Urkel. Craig says hi, by the way.
Hello.
And he's bringing a strawberry pop, which is the exotic genetics, red pop runts that he made a selection from. And the audience is digging that. On the low end, Hayes Valley Nursery is bringing a grape lobster, so a blue lobster cross.
Yep.
And Bodie's strawberry headband.
Fire.
They got the hookup with Bodie. I think Bodie actually named their nursery. He was like, hey, you guys live in the actual Hayes Valley where like Dave Watson did the Hayes work.
No shit.
So now they're called Hayes Valley Nursery, like named by Bodie.
That's tight.
Yeah, Bodie won our greatest breeder of the year last year on my like fire follower poll. Nice. And just super organic, didn't do any, lobbying or any giveaways. Just the audience was like Bodie. And so that strawberry headband's really popular. And they're also bringing out a hash burger. Which is Leaf Leaf Strain of the Year 2025 right now.
Fire.
Hash burger's having a moment. Yes.
That's that right there.
I brought it back.
Sick, bro.
To the nursery.
I think
to the
that's
cradle.
a great one, bro.
It is. It's packaged January 22nd and the nose is fine.
Yeah.
It's like ready to rock out right now. I'm going to smoke it at the end.
Shout to Grove Bags.
Mm-hmm.
You heard them. Packaged January 22nd. It is May 13th?
Yeah.
12th?
13th.
May 13th. 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Still got the Terps on lock.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? This episode is brought to you by Mills Nutrients, introducing their new Mills salad line. Mills salads is a dry, mineral-based nutrient system designed for growers who want precision and consistency in every feed. It's highly concentrated, easy to measure, and built to mix clean, giving you full control from veg to flour. Same trusted Mills quality, just in a more efficient, streamlined format. From liquid to legacy to solid performance, built for growers who don't cut corners. Tap in with Mills solids and level up your grow. As you already know, Mills pays the bills. We'll see y'all back on the show.
So the audience is there for clones, and we're right at the peak of the clone season right now.
Oh yeah,
where you buy them from Clonetopia, harden them for a week at home. Little, I guess, mixed sunlight, not the full intensity.
Yeah.
And then you just go right into a fabric pot as a home grower and rock it out. I'm really excited for that. I've been growing from seeds for years since I did marijuana harvest with Ed Rosenthal, and I got tired of popping seeds, picking winners, what I thought were winners, growing them out, flowering them out, harvesting them, drying them, curing them, trimming them, rolling one up in that moment of truth, and you smoke it and you're like,
yep,
not the one,
and then, And then take it a step further. You got to do that 3 times to get the real expression.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work
to not get where you want to go.
I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been there.
We all are. So this will actually be
really doing the work. You've been there.
Yeah, this is my first year where I'm only growing from clones outside.
What's wrong with that? Yeah, I would probably do that unless you're, hunting some shit.
Yeah, I like hunting, but I'm ready to not hunt. I'm ready to have what I call terps on target.
There you go.
Like no hunting required. Like someone already figured it out. And I don't need like the yield as a home grower of like a seed start from seed and you grow a bit. I've grown those like 15 footers,
Oh yeah, those
I grew Dosey tree from Archive. It got as big as a lemon tree. It was as big as a lemon tree in 1 year,
What size pot do you have it in?
Oh, I would put them in like 35-gallon fabrics.
Okay.
But I would cut holes in the bottom. And I would amend the soil underneath.
Oh, nice.
And put a gopher cage down there too. And so the things would just ratchet down into the soil. And that taproot action.
Yeah.
And so they would just lumber out. I mean, we were pulling lumber out of those things, like the big old, and the base is like wrist size.
Yep.
And you just have too much to trim as a home grower at that point, like too much spaghetti.
It's a lot to keep up with, man.
Yeah. So I'd rather have terps on target, lower yield from like starting from clone this year, but know that everything that I'm, trying is like already been selected to just be like insane.
Do you got a good living situation you can grow in your backyard?
So I live in San Francisco, which is awesome. And I've been there since 2004. And I grow in Sebastopol at some buddies' houses.
Nice.
And they have space and sunlight. They just don't have like grow knowledge. And so we trade and do like a crop share,
That's cool.
Yeah. Like what we used to call it sharecropping. It's like, let's grow at your house and you take some and I take some and let's have fun.
I'll walk you through it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's worked out really well because Sebastopol's a great place to grow.
Nice, dude.
It's like literally called like the Green Valley or something out there. Yep. Very
a lot
fertile.
of hitters out there.
Yeah. You just got to deal with the mold or the fog in the fall.
Yeah. You can easily get mold.
Dude, I would tell the gardener like, hey, try to keep these dry. Don't let them get wet. And he'd laugh at me. Because if you go out there on a dewy morning in the fall and you shake the tree, it would just be like raining underneath the tree, right? Like your hand would be like you hosed it down. So plants out there in the fall, especially the later ones, it's like getting hosed down every morning.
Yeah.
It's tough. I've had some serious, just heartbreaking mold scenarios.
I believe it. I believe it, bro. It's that area. It's just part of the turf.
Yeah, I've had the Z mold out on me out there. I've had the Mac 1 mold out on me. It's like
not the Mac, bro.
No, I know. Lesson learned. Shout out Cap. Like run it inside. I definitely have learned to respect the early girls. Stuff that finishes early.
Yep.
I always ask breeders now, like, when does this finish? You got any early girls? And like, oh, people aren't asking me enough about that. But back in the day, they wanted everything to finish early. I know like the Whitethorn Rose especially finishes in like September because they don't want to mess around with any of that mold stuff.
No, and that's a fucking good one, man. Speaking of Whitethorn Rose, just did a collab with Johnny Casali.
Cool.
And
shout out.
Shout out Johnny Casale. You know, his last name's the same as mine on my mother's side.
Wow.
We're long lost cousins. And I hit him one day. I was like, yo, bro. I was like, you're very well known for White Thorn Rose. And I'm pretty well known for Fugazi, my strain right here.
Sick.
And I was like, and I've had these paired together before. My boy Marco CGO did some rolls with them some years back. Yeah. And it's a great pairing. I was like, yo, bro, we should do a collab, bro. My flower, your rosin. I was like, we'll call them fucking Casale cannolis. He's like, I'm fucking down, bro.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty much done today. Like today they are done.
This is the news, breaking news.
Breaking news. You heard it first. Yeah.
Where can people get those?
If you know, you know.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
Yes, I do know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, he loves.
If you got a guy, you know, you might get one. You know.
Yeah, John loves collaborating.
John's awesome.
So
man.
great.
Great human.
Yeah, we had him at Weed Week
Solid guy,
in April, and he put out a bunch of White Thorn Rose flower full sun at $30 an eighth. Amazing price.
Nice.
From his farm. And then gave the first 200 customers a seedling of an Amalfi.
Nice.
Yeah, and people went crazy for that. And he's got great energy.
He's just a selfless dude, does everything for the right reasons, really from this shit, and just he's a stand-up guy, man. I mean, he sat down for 10 years, kept his mouth shut, you know? Came
Crazy.
Up a legend.
Yeah, and then like the White Thorn Rose wave isn't dying down.
At all, bro.
I thought it might have, you know, it would by now, but it's not at all.
No, it's not. It's not. You know, I know so many hash producers, hash growers, hash makers still working with that. And I know there's a lot of cool breeding projects going on with White Thorn.
Right.
Like my guys over at Casa Flores doing a cool little breeding project with it. Yeah. So it's cool to see.
So cool to see, because I remember back in the day when I first got some forbidden fruit, which was like an analog to White Thorn Rose from Garden of Eden in the East Bay. Shout out Sharif.
Shout out.
Like Alameda County wouldn't let him carry extracts. So he specialized in the best flower he could find.
Okay.
And I tried that first forbidden fruit, which was like fruity and grapey, but also funky, like stanky. Like,
were you a fan?
Yeah, I like divisive stuff. I mean, I love a GMO, I love a cheese. If it's weird, out of boredom, sign me up. You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I brought the smash burger back to the house. And so yeah, I was always on that terp, and I saw it peak and then it become unfashionable. You know, like keep your forbidden fruit tarts, keep your candy tarts away.
People got mad at that.
Yeah, they did. And so to see it come back in White Thorn Rose and be like, you know, this is a little forbidden fruity.
It's forbidden fruit-esque for sure.
Yeah, in a good way.
Sure, in a good
There's
way.
like this basement funk at the bottom of it.
That's what saves it.
Like
That's what saves
it's
it.
almost
funky.
like
it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's funky and it's it's offensive too, bro. It's very loud and it rolls great hash holes, and just dabbing it's awesome.
Yeah. I want to be respectful, but it's like it's almost got like a lady parts funk. Like it's like they used to like in a good way, you know, that could be a little like,
yeah, for sure.
Sorry, but you know, like
That's
when you're
right.
an adult,
Yeah.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
You know, not for kids.
For
but
sure, for
there's
sure.
an old quote from Napoleon to his like hot lady back home, and he's like, I'm gonna be home in 2 weeks. Don't wash, don't shower. Like he was a dirty dog. He liked it a little funky. And,
Right, like a little funky. Oh shit. Napoleon freaky ass.
oh, for sure.
Damn,
I mean,
bro.
yeah.
These guys be on fucking conquests and voyages
Yes.
and shit. You want to come home and get some cheeks, bro.
Yeah, he did, and he wanted
Sick.
it like unwashed.
I'd say quite the opposite. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. Teach his own, man. Teach
Yeah,
his own.
I think there's a place for that. I'm a big fan of like the GMOs and the hash burgers and all of that. I love like music. I like stuff that draws a line, and you have people who love it and you have people who are like, never, you know, like keep it away from me. I don't know what people like about it. Like to me, that's art. Art is divisive. It draws a line. You have people who love it, and then a lot of people are like, I don't get it, you know? And I'm always on the lookout for the next funkiest, wrongest thing, you know? There's stuff called like meat breath now and carny tooth.
Oh yeah, Carney Tooth. What? That is a fucking good name,
dude.
I've heard Meat Breath, but Carney Tooth is crazy.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out Thug Pug for doing a lot of that. Dino Breath, Dino Meat.
Dino's cool. But we need to bring the breaths back.
Oh, agree.
The breaths were so good.
All the breaths.
Kush breath, Grandpa's breath, morning breath, peanut butter breath, meat breath. Dog, that was such a cool little line, bro.
Yeah, and I think it traces back to your chems. And, you know, and
definitely
even in your, you know, some of your diesel and like, if you're an everyday smoker and you get bored, it's just like people going crazy for the triple IPAs or like that super bitter stuff. It's like, I'm an adult. I've seen it all. What else you got? You know, let's get weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Maybe not all day, every day, but
I need that variation, bro. I need it.
Yeah.
I just found some.
So I got one more for you.
Go ahead.
Hayes Valley is bringing out a modified mule, and that's GMO to mule fuel. And so mule fuel's another GMO type.
Okay, got you.
So like it's gonna, if you love Smash Burger, watch out for that modified mule. Yeah.
Tell me if I'm on the right track. I think that Smash Burger is a little chemi.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. 1,000%.
Okay, cool. That's what I really took to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And but we've bulked it up. It's better to grow. And it's, you know, like everything old is new again.
Everything old is new again. Yeah, because we're old fucks now, dude. Like what was old to us is new to the newcomers. And these,
I have to remember that. Like as a writer,
you do.
I tell myself,
you
like,
absolutely do.
It's still day one for my audience, you know?
Yeah,
Some of them. You know, when I write the like B2B genetics newsletter, you better know. It's if you know, you know. You can trade on this info. But when I'm writing for the layperson, I do try to be a credible, you know, interlocutor, someone who's bringing them aboard, not leaving anybody behind, explaining everything. You know who also has a good chem cookies is Snowtill with their tiger tea. They used to call it Grumpy Tiger. That's from Woodwide. Woodwide's Grumpy Tiger.
Okay.
I love that intersection of cookies and chem.
I did not know what that was, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Woodwide, man. That's my dog, man. Mikey, man. He's a solid. Talk about solid people. That motherfucker's solid, bro.
Truth.
That's my dog.
We booked him for 420. He was like our anchor headliner. So we did a week of weed activations for 420 in San Francisco called SF Spacewalk.
Nice.
And he was our radio head. He was our headliner.
Nice.
You know, he dropped his 4x4s on Bossa Dispensary on 420 and like came into town and rolled up with us. And that shit was fire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey does great work, man. It's crazy. I met him at Cannabis 2 years ago as well. And I think Champelli was like, nah, bro, you got to get him on the show, bro. I'm like, for real? I was like, yeah, he's one of them boys. I'm like, all right, cool. So we put it together. He came through. First time I ever tried Woodsy, I'm like, this is fucking great. What is this, dog? And then like immediately after, he won a contest on proper doinks with Woodsy, and it was just cool to see him. I'm like, I know I just met him, but like, you know, it just seemed like everything just went skyrocket trajectory after you know, he hopped on the show and won a couple contests, and then he hit the rec market hard, and I feel like he's been on a nice fucking tear.
It's great to see good stuff rising to the top.
Definitely.
I know all of his pounds that he puts on Cannabis or whatever, like they go fast. He's getting good prices for them. And I know the context of PAX in California is depressing, but I do see a top tier. They can't grow enough of it. They can't grow it fast enough. It's flying, you know. And
that's great, man.
And that's how it should be.
Absolutely.
He dropped some Lance too at that party, which was great to see him growing the Lance from Jason Ridgeline.
Yeah, that's what I want to try. I want to try his Lance. You just reminded me this fool's got Lance. I got to holler.
Yeah.
He's got a really good 4Zs too.
Yeah, 4x4s.
4x4s. Oh, that's what you meant by 4x4s.
Yeah. That's how we pronounce it.
Oh, I just call it 4Zs or 4 times Z. I don't know what the hell I call it, but I know what you're talking about. His last batch was fucking crack, bro.
Dude.
His Olympic. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be saying that. He's got a good batch out, dude. He's got a good fucking batch out.
It wasn't a huge batch either.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because when I asked him what was available, it wasn't much.
That was so validating to see him win the Ganja Fight Club with that 4x4s.
Yeah, right. Up north, right?
In Hopland over in December.
Was that in place of the Ego Clash kind of sort?
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
One of the guys from it, Parker Curador. Shout out Parker. Because I had been on 4x4s, or just when it was called 4Z, since Lempire put it out. That's the breeder, is Lempire Pharmaseed.
Okay. Where's he located?
Out these parts, I feel like.
Out these parts?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
I would love to pass the baton. Yeah. Lempire and Wes, like, that dude's got crazy stories. He was on the bus with the Grateful Dead back in the day.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, you have to have
sure
him here.
Stories.
And
Did Lempire you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, connect us, bro.
I will. I loved his crosses, and then the 4Zs was like OG Eddie Lep to Z back to itself 4 times. It's just like Z on OG, Z on OG, Z on OG, Z. And like, I love that intersection. I always have.
Yeah.
Since like
if
Dying
done right,
Breed did Oz Kush or OGZ or whatever he was calling it.
Okay. Dying Breed did Oz Kush?
One of those. Like, he's not the only person that thought to put like OG and Z together. But when Lempire, it was like when they make a croissant and they keep folding it over and over again.
Yep.
They fold it and it gets flakier and layered.
Yep.
That's what I think of these breeders doing with like a 4Z, where it's the same thing, but they keep folding it, keep folding it, keep folding it, and like takes on new characters. And I've been a big champ of their 4Zs since it was 3Zs. And to see Woodwide get some, and I mean, he should tell the story himself, but he popped a whole pack. The keeper was number 4. So that's what made it 4x4Zs or 4x4s.
Oh, got it.
And then to have that win and be like, I knew that shit was fire. I'm so, because like Lempire grows it great too.
Dog, same here. I literally fucking had it on my menu. When it won, I was like, I fucking knew it, man.
Yeah.
I know a winner when I see one.
Yeah, I love that. It's so validating.
Yeah, it lets you know you're on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's so subjective, though, because I gave it to one of my boys, and he was like, nah, son, this ain't it. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, nah, bro, it's just like, I forget what the fuck he said, but, I took it with a grain of salt, because we were also like QCing, like, this was like doink number 5. I'm like, I don't know, bro, your palate might be shot. You're bugging. I like this one. But also, again, subjective. It's a deep Z if you're not really into deep Zs and gassy Zs. Maybe you like regular Z. I can see why you don't like this.
Yeah. No, it's definitely gassy as fuck.
Like, it's gassy, but man, it doesn't kill the Z. It's like, the Z is very prevalent. I want to check this out.
Yeah, I'm excited to show you this. So Uma Sonoma dropped some their Maine lobster, or the blue lobster from Maine Trees at SF Spacewalk in April. And they brought me a jar of this.
It smells cool, man.
Yeah, this is their Zatsuma, and it's a cross of hard candy and lemon heads.
Yo, what's hard candy?
Dude, it's popping. I just saw it in a new cross that the Toad Venom guys had co-signed. I have some hard candy back, and I have the like notes for what it is. There is some biscotti in hard candy, I know.
Okay.
I know for a fact. But it is like a candy that is super modern and contemporary. It's sweet. They're calling it hard candy for a reason. And the fact that Uma had already got it into this lemon heads, and it's got huge lemon tree vibes. I'm a sucker for lemon, I think, and lemon tree back in the day.
For sure.
And not that like thin super lemon haze, like the thick syrup.
No, I like the greasy. I call it greasy lemons or gassy lemons.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm not a big lemon haze guy.
Right. So I think this is coming down from them, and you should look out for it because it's got the lemon of lemon tree, but in the look and the density of a modern, Zaza checks all boxes stuff. That's the hard candy. Nice. And then everyone should watch out for that hard candy and those hard candy crosses, because it sounds like they're going to be coming hot and heavy next.
Man, what did I recently have? It was my bro, Exotics 916 had it. I grabbed a tester bag of it. Hard candy times. Just fucking, I lost it, bro. It's something.
Yeah.
Something that we all know.
Yeah, we'll drop it in the comments later.
Drop it in the comments. We'll drop it in the comments. I can find it somewhere. I can definitely find it somewhere. In my text thread, it was somebody. because it was debated and asked about a couple of times. I know how to text that out.
For sure. That's the only side of us. That's the only downside of us not doing this live is because the.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Strawberry. Fruit. What the fuck's it called? Strawberry. Okay, so strawberry Z.
Okay.
Whatever my boys call it, frutas or fucking.
Okay.
What the fuck did my boys call it? Anyway, strawberry Skittles, which is strawberry fritter times Z.
All right.
That to hard candy.
Okay.
That was what it was.
Yeah, that sounds like a cross you want to make in today's market.
It was cool. You know, it's crazy though, because like it kind of smelled like ice cream cake a little. But it didn't smoke like ice cream cake, but like if you put your face in the bag real quick, it was a little cakey, and that's not a good thing in today's climate. Ice cream cake had its time for sure. We all made bags off, or hopefully you made a bag off ice cream cake.
Right.
Indoor, outdoor, you name it. But yeah.
I'll still smoke some really good ice cream cake if you have it. I don't hate it. Not mad at it.
I probably wouldn't reach for it, but if it was rolled up and grown properly, I hit the fucking thing, you know?
You know, at Leafly, we would see everybody's like review scores and what they said for effects. And a lot of that stuff, like ice cream cake, was good for like romance time.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, some like
one of those.
Yeah, some hanky panky.
How you doing?
Yeah, you know, like you need a date night joint and you want to make sure you're gonna round third base. Like look at a ice cream cake, a kush cake.
All right.
And any of those. I mean, wedding cake, even.
Wedding cake was fire to this day. To this fucking day, I love a good batch of wedding cake. Shout out to Alien Labs. Used to put out crazy batches of wedding cake. Diamond Fire used to put out stupid bags of wedding cake. If you're in Sacramento and like around the time I moved here, late 2000 teens, Diamond Fire had these fucking clear green bags of it. And it was fucking goddamn, dude. They were nice.
Yeah, I mean, if it works and it's a good date night, then you might actually hear wedding bells after the wedding cake.
That's also true.
Think about how many relationships started because of some good wedding cake.
Yeah, man. You know what's crazy? Like, ice cream cake had its time before, like, we were super on this super connoisseur level smoking and grading weed. Like, we weren't like, oh, look at this fucking ash, look at this fucking dripping, dog. Oh, shit, man, no background noise. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was just smoking weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it got you high, it tasted cool, it was fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, that helped. That definitely helped.
That are like we weren't as critical.
Like I think if ice cream cake came in the fold now, it's just like it's cool, it's creamy, it's whatever. It's underwhelming compared to other things out now, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But wedding cake, fuck that, bro. Please bring wedding cake back. Anybody, if you have it, let's go.
One of the ones that stood out, speaking of creamy, from SF Spacewalk in April was Snow Tills, and he's working with Powers Up.
Yeah, hell yeah, Snow Till and
milk.
Cinnamon milk's fire. I got some from Powers, grown by them.
I want to.
The Terps are crazy on those, bro.
I have a cabinet full of weed after Spacewalk, and sitting at the top is like the Zatsuma, the cinnamon milk, a couple other things.
Hell yeah.
Like, I love a good horchata, you know, like actual drinky,
me too.
Creamy, cinnamony thing. And it's like the smell transfers into the taste. And Snow Till killed the grow of it. And then you were like you said earlier, parked. Like, that is not like a do things strain. You're parked on cinnamon milk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that whole line, man. The cinnamon milk, the cinnamon milk crosses. I've had a couple of those, man. I got to get up with Powers, man. I haven't seen them in a minute.
I think so much of that stuff is downstream of the why.
The why life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a secret weapon or parent behind a lot of that's fueling so much of it that people don't recognize enough. Is like, I don't even know where he got that or how he made it, but when I was at Leafly, I was always looking for why life crosses.
Hell yeah.
To get at what was the secret sauce in that work.
Yeah, that might have been one of those we don't know. You know what I mean?
I like that. You know, in an era where we know too much.
That was like right before the cookie wave. You know what I'm saying? It was in that camp.
Yep.
Between Powers and Flux.
Yeah, it was on the team.
It was Ja. You know,
it was a position player. Wasn't the star.
For sure.
But when you like look back on like why these teams kept winning, you're like, oh, look at the why on all the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for sure. For sure. Tell me a little bit about your time with Leafly.
Word. I came in there as a California bureau chief, and I left as a senior editor after 7 years. And the coolest part about the job was seeing all the state markets and what was popping in each market. Leafly's an app on your phone that people use to look up strains and strain lineages for good or ill. And then they added a marketplace like Weed Map so you could see the menus and that whole shebang. But by the end, I was like the editor of the Leafly strain database. And there's like 10,000 plus strains in that thing. We were trying to add about 1,000 a year, which wasn't that hard because if you think of the top 50 breeders releasing 20 strains a year, that's 1,000 right there. Mm-hmm. And it just really gave me this like encyclopedic sense of all these strains and how they were connected into families, you know, like the strain galaxy and the connections between them. Like, I feel like I have a seed finder in my head now, and I can, you know, some people are crazy with like strain names baseball and baseball cards and old players. Yeah. That's how I became working at Leafly. So I could name the lineage, name the breeder, name the source stuff. That's cool. And I feel like that's like Neo seeing the code in the Matrix, you know, the like green, you know, rain of code. Like now I see through it and leverage that, and it helps understand and make sense of like all this like fire hose of strains coming out now and how they can boil down to around 6 families mainly that they come out of, you know, and then help tell that story. So I would write a weekly or a monthly column called Leafly Buzz. I would help pick Leafly Strain of the Year every year. I think we did a good job with Permanent Marker one year.
I remember that.
I stand by our Leafly Strain of the Year 2024, which was Super Boof, aka Blockberry.
Okay.
Continues to win awards and affect the game. My one misfire was picking Dosidos as Leafly Strain of the Year in like 2023 or 2022.
Yeah, because 22, 23,
it was late.
Way more shit.
Yeah, we were late to Dosidos.
Yeah.
And I liked it, but the lesson from the audience,
like 16, 17.
Yeah. The lesson from the audience is like, okay, what's like prevalent in the market that we can find, but also what's new? What's that intersection of like, I can get this and it's new? Because
right.
You know, like it takes a while for people to like grow stuff out and batches to get out. Like it can, I mean, Whitethorn Rose is still growing. There's strains that are like Super Boof is still growing. And so the like bleeding edge connoisseurs are like, I was smoking that 3 years ago. But a lot of the normals on Leafly, I hadn't even seen it yet.
Yeah.
And I saw how genetic waves would propagate out from like California and move east and hit like Arizona, Denver, Michigan, and then land by eventually like New York, Florida.
Yeah.
Very rarely
used to be eventually New York. It's immediately New York.
Right.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. New York's on it, bro. Shit. You can get some flavors in New York, dog.
Yeah. And so picking that every year and like anointing one strain is like that intersection of like new enough to be relevant to the connoisseurs, but prevalent enough that it's like in enough stores for the audience to be like,
people actually know
what are you even talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
And so it was like the Grammys, you know, like you don't listen to the Grammys music to hear something new. You listen to hear what's got the stamp, what's like
for sure. Yeah.
A lot of units.
That makes sense.
But I got to, you know, definitely go interview JBZ at the facility for the Permanent Marker story. I still take in touch
interview with JBZ?
Yeah, at the facility.
Congrats, bro. That's not easy to do.
Yeah. I just like all these guys need their stories told, and these strains need their stories told, and they're so busy growing and talking to plants that they need someone to come by and be like, okay, when did you make this? Why did you make this?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, that was the move. Go to them, because there's a lot of people on my list that we can't get it together. I have to go to them, you know?
Sure. Yeah. That's like they're in the grow. They're not leaving.
Yeah, respect.
Or with their family.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
I get it. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. Like for real.
Understand.
That's the only way to get their time. You don't owe me
shit, dude.
Be like, I'm in LA. They're like, come by.
Yeah.
You know?
Touche. Oh, you don't want to come sack?
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, man. I get it.
I do too. I respect what they're up to down there.
Of course, man.
They have this big old facility in the valley. And it's a former rocket factory.
Like where JBZ spot is at? No doubt.
And it looks good in there. Saw those early pineapple fruses and those crosses when they were coming out. Yeah, that pineapple fruit is fire.
He's got tons of shit, bro. Yo, his genetics is in damn near everything.
Right, and his inspiration for the Clonetopia like top shelf drops was the $1,000 Cap Junkie clones at Emerald Cup back in the day. Remember that? The first time they put out the Capulator Seed Junkie
I do
collab.
I do.
And they had a tray of them, and they were like $1,000 each, and everybody was chirping and clucking like $1,000. Like,
that's regular as fuck. No,
what's that?
That's regular as shit now.
Yeah, right.
$1,000 for like some cool
they
shit.
Get put on something that'll change your grow.
Yeah,
change your brand, like a seat at the table.
I mean, me and my boy just sold a clone or not even a clone. We sold the genetics for like $5K.
Sick.
To a big ass rapper on the East Coast. I'm not gonna say shit because it's not public yet, but yeah, you want it? Yeah, no doubt. I got you. You like that? Cool. It's $5K.
I've been saying like if you wanted to make Prada bags and you could fly to Milan and get the blueprint for the Prada bag from Prada, how much would you pay to be able to make your own Prada bags? Probably a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna make it back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he will. His brand's popping. He's fucking got a great following. It's something that he liked. It was a good situation for everybody. And I hit my mans. I was like, yo, look, bro, it's over there. He wants it. I was like, I didn't have to tell you this, but I'm not a scumbag. So like, and we already had a little drama over the strain. Long story. We're not gonna get into it. But I'm like, so look, bro, I'm coming to you, like, just so you know, like, I wasn't on that bullshit you thought I was on. Let's break some bread. What do you want?
Right.
Cool. Let's do it. It's done.
Love that. You gotta listen to the audience.
Literally just got paid this week.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now I can buy his ticket to Berlin. He's like, dog, you just got me a ticket to Berlin. Hey, there you go.
So is the rec market farms where they need to be in New York yet? Because my understanding was it was our best stuff going over there. They're still working on.
I think it's getting there. Well, I mean, fuck, dude. Wizard Trees is about to rain a
and
shitstorm.
Alien Labs.
Okay. Alien Labs are connectors out there right now. We're just out there for 420. Shout out to Torches. I know Black Leaf First Smoke, Ted, and Santana and Jose from Torches NYC. They did an episode. It's actually out now. They just dropped it. I
saw that.
Yeah, it's a good episode, man. We did all our podcasts there.
I feel like that was your old stomping grounds. Like you're really comfortable back there.
Yeah, oh yeah. Right at home, baby. But yeah, they did their drop out there. It looks great. The merch great. The whole rollout was sick, dude. Mm-hmm. It was so on brand, and I hope they do well, man.
Well, for me, it like comes back to the quality of the flower, and New York's initial rollout was hella goofy.
Super.
They said they only gave it to non-cannabis growers, and you couldn't grow it indoors.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
It was weird. It was like the opposite of how to start a bomb market. And now it sounds like you can grow it inside.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
people who are good at growing can grow it.
Absolutely, but there's fucking there's not a lot of good cultivators out there right now.
Well, it's tough to grow out there, man.
It's new. It's very new. But now you got Wizards. You got some West Coast boys moving out there.
Sure.
And now we're not talking traditional. There's some killers out there.
Right.
Traditional.
Right.
But like as far as the rec market goes, and I'm just going by what I've been told. I'm not saying I know this from experience. You know what I'm saying? But
I keep a close eye on it.
It's the rec market's hurting.
Right.
The trap's booming, so that's the problem.
Right. Yeah, but it's with our packs from California.
Shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
The best of our stuff was going out there for top ticket.
For sure. And there are some local legends out there that are fucking killing shit.
Yeah.
And doing their thing on the underground scene, and they're moving into the rec market, you know what I mean?
Good.
And, a couple notable ones I would recommend trying if you haven't. Anything from the Mechanics.
Okay.
Bushwhacker probably had some of the best weed I had while I was out there. Sledge. Shout out Sledge. He gave me some fire.
On the rec market?
No.
Okay.
Just traditional. But some of them are teetering. You know what I'm saying? Some are do rec drops, still do their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Good. I feel like the two markets are in conversation with each other. It's not a bright line.
For sure. And I think they're doing, they might be doing small drops and shit.
Yeah.
Sensei Colt, Collector, and then fucking Marijuana Talk. Shout out to the fucking
Okay.
The Billy Goat, man. He took home first place for the Toad, man.
I'm studying that shit right now. He did.
He's first place, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was
those
the gas
awards
category.
all live? Do they publish all those awards? I need the winners list.
Go on the Billy's
website
page.
Okay.
Go on there.
I'm writing about that
Instagram
right
page.
this week for Fire Follower.
Yeah, we did some coverage at that event. It was fun. It was a fun event.
Cool. Because, like, I mean, you know the East Coast, like, it's cold in the winter, it's humid in the summer.
Yeah, bro.
It's not California in terms of the climate and
Hell
growing.
no, dude.
And then I heard, like, the actual East Coast pot is, like, grown in Maine and stuff, like, or Michigan, and, you know, like, it's not necessarily...
Well, they got farms upstate.
Right.
They got a lot of farms upstate. All the greenhouses are upstate.
Yeah.
Obviously, they can't be in the city.
Yeah.
But and upstate, when we say upstate, that means everything outside of New York City. So that's a big fucking, you know what I mean? That's a big demographic. But yo, Maine's been killing shit for years, bro. Dog, ever since I was a shorty, just getting weed from wherever I could on the East Coast, bro. I don't think I ever had a whack batch from Maine.
I can't wait to go out there and smoke like a local.
Me too, bro. Me too.
Maine trees. Let's
Maine
hang
Tree,
out.
yeah, Maine Trees is great, bro. I had a couple of theirs. Somebody blessed me in Tompkins Square Park on 420. Shout out to you, bro. Gave me the whole spread of a lot of Maine Trees shit. I haven't gone through all of it yet, but some of them are cool, man. I finally got to try Blue Lobster.
Sick.
I see what people are saying. I think I enjoyed the rosin better.
Yeah.
So that might be for me. I like the rosin better than the flower, but shit was cool.
Yeah, and I think Maine Trees took second in the Billies with a BBL too, and that's like something banana Blue Lobster.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the joint they do collabs with Buddy's Bodega with.
Okay.
Because I think they call it BBL Sandy, like from SpongeBob. If I'm putting the names together right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out I love seeing good collabs, man.
Their West Coast affiliate, or like the group they've tapped, is Uma. So Uma grows their Blue Lobster out here.
Oh, and that's where that's coming from.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is all this lobster coming from?
And like Uma does compound genetics, is like when they need to flower out something for photos for the seed catalog.
Got you.
Uma grows that.
Okay.
And Uma showed the pink lobster and the lobster OG in San Francisco at SF Spacewalk, and both of those are really fucking good.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, look out for the pink lobster and the lobster OG in California. Post haste, coming fast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the curing the Get to the Bag Mylar art show. That is a one of one.
Word.
Very fucking cool.
Thank you.
Bag art. It's a display of sorts. It's almost a museum of sorts of all the Mylars you'll find out in the wild. Rec market, traditional market, wherever.
Word.
And where did you come up with just give me the breakdown of that.
Yeah, I think anybody who's gotten high and looked at a cool bag and been like, this is art, man. This should be on a wall. And you're like stoned and you're like, I could see it like on a white wall with a little sign next to it. Like, and that sort of cheeky idea of taking something that's considered like low culture and doing it in like a context of like high art. And initially, like the dream was like just seeing like 6 bags on the wall, you know, as like a joke, or to like recontextualize cannabis Mylar art and say like, this is art, you know? And so in 2024, people said you should do it. We'll throw our bag collection into your bag collection, because I think we all, like among us, like collect some of these Mylars if they're cool. You can't throw them out. Some of them are so cool.
I can't, bro.
Yeah, that people had pretty big collections. And so I did a call for bags, because we were going to show. And at the same time, I put out this call on Instagram for like wanted gallery space, patio, where we could smoke a plus, you know, and Ray Bama's secret partner put me in touch with the gallery. And so the first year we did Weed Week, we also got the gallery. And it was 2024 in San Francisco. Things were at a low point. Like things were cheap. And so we got the gallery for cheap. And the call for bags just like resulted in everyone sending us their Mylars. And so now we have almost 2,000 Mylars in the collection.
Wow.
From like 3 decades and over, you know, a dozen or 2 collectors and like 3 continents. So like North America, Europe, Thailand. And it's just the same as like a rock poster museum or like a rave flyer museum.
Yeah.
Or akin to like stamp collecting or baseball cards. Like there are some Mylars that are like the Barry Bonds of Mylars, like the first Backpack Boys lemon cherry gelato sticker bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you know, like
real
this
talk.
changed everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
so,
if you really know, you know. Yeah. Word, bro. It's history. It's bookmarks of little history of the evolution of strains, brands, how strains popped off.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's for sure it, dude. I cannot throw away some things, bro. I save bags. You know, it was a sick ass bag. Shout out to the Billies. I'm a Mets fan, and so is Ben from Astor Club.
Cool.
So I'm sure this is how the Mets ended up on. I don't know if Matt is, but I know Ben is. And fucking the bag was a billy goat with in a Mets uniform, like posted up on a fucking USPS box. It's just fucking sick, bro. I showed my mom that shit, my godmother, like, oh my God, you gotta get me one of those.
Right.
Because we're all Mets fans and shit.
Yeah.
It's like Mets meets weed. I was like in a Grove bag. I was, this is fucking sick. I saved all of them because it was in the Judge kit.
Yeah.
I got like 20 some of these fuckers, bro. Like,
yeah. I mean,
so cool.
This is our culture.
It is.
A lot of
baseball
the people's,
cards.
a lot of the brands don't exist anymore, or
That
the
too.
people that
That
made
too.
them have passed away.
Yeah, that
And,
makes it even more special.
So that first year, putting them on the white walls on 80 feet of gallery space was just like an exercise in trying to do it. And so we ended up gridding the wall out and throwing like over 500 nails. And, like actual art people are like, you guys are fucking insane. Like no one wants to hang this much art,
Yeah.
And people were like, you got to do it again. And so it became an annual thing. It's traveled to Hall of Flowers.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, we're taking
cool.
it to Hall of Flowers in October in New York. We'd love to
sick.
take it to Europe.
So you take these down and put them all back up.
Yeah, we like have 3-ring binders.
You have a system of some sort.
Yeah,
Okay.
shout out Keith Woody, my technologist. 'cause
Okay.
He's the collector brain, So like
Okay.
they each go in their own sleeve that's numbered in a 3-ring binder. And then there's like a digital index of all the numbers and the sleeves and what's in each one and a photo of each one. And then he like made a program that allows us to digitally like hang the show in a computer and see what we
cool.
want it to look. And then we go through and pull all the bags out for the show and like take that into the show. And so we don't have to bring totes of all 2,000 bags. We bring like the 400 we want to show. And at this point,
Gotcha.
year 3, we're curating like the best of the best. So there's like an all-star wall that's like the 10 best Mylar bags in our collection, we think.
Yeah.
And that includes like Cookies' Erica Badu bag, like that Badu.
No, nice.
Like
nice.
this secret one that Alien Labs Ted did for Dark Web. The
Dark
Gary
Web was
Payton
sick.
bag.
Gary Payton's legend.
Sorry for trapping, bag.
Sorry for trapping, yeah.
The
10 codes for sure.
DP Zope bag that
Zope
looked
one was
like
cool.
the Zope.
The soap bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they hand carved and took a photo of. Like
Oh,
that's
no
not
shit.
CG.
No shit.
They like the
That
the
was before
breeder
AI.
grower sat there with a X-Acto knife or like a like cut it like Fight Club, and then they took a photo of it.
That's tight.
And then we have a die cut wall, which is the best shaped bags. This year we had an East Coast wall, so a collector on the East Coast sent 25 of his favorites.
Oh, that's cool.
And those were all found on the streets of Brooklyn from the trap
dude.
market.
Nice. On the street, like on the street?
On the street,
Like
he
they
had to
threw the
pick
shit
them
out.
up and clean them off. Yeah.
That's raw.
Make sure there wasn't a turd in there.
That's raw, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
real street art.
And then you do all this
Literally.
and you see like there's genres. So like we have a wall that's like, this is the best bag for lettering, like just script or like writing. This is the best photo bag. These are the best
For sure.
illustrative bags. This is the best sticker bags. And we have like the first Z bags, like when they were still like a sticker bag, like before,
Oh yeah. Wow.
just like, yeah.
Wow.
And like, a lot of that
That's
stuff.
pretty cool.
And that just comes from getting high and wanting to do something cheeky, but it like people see this show and they're like, I remember smoking this, and then like it jogs all these memories. Or they're like, oh, that was like S.A.'s brand, man, he passed away, like, oh, and they take a photo with it.
That's cool, man.
It's validating. Like when you make your brand, you are pouring your heart and soul into it, and it's art to you. And to have it hang on a wall is someone else saying like, I see you, I see the work you put in. It's, it is art. You did a good job. And now it's like the story of legalization and how we got from the blank metal backed plastic Mylar at Harborside that you couldn't even have your branding on it, to like all these eras, to now the die cut era and like the BZ era, and the 3D bags now, or the like Lunchable style stuff. And then the bleeding edge of it is in these regulated markets where censorship is like cracking down, and you can't put this on a bag anymore.
Dog.
You can't, dude.
Literally dealing with this right now, bro.
Okay,
I got a call this morning from my New Jersey crew, and we're in the rec market in New Jersey, and the DCC or the CDC, whatever the fuck they're called out there, they're like, yo, we just got good pizza bags just got flagged. We're like, what, bro? Mm-hmm. It's literally this with no pizza. It's just green, white, red, bro.
Just words.
With some checkers. And I'm like, yo, how the fuck, bro? And then the jars are even less of this. Like if you look over there, you see right in front of the cadre bag, that red and green one,
mm-hmm.
the angel hair joint. Like, what the fuck? How is this kid friendly, bro? Like,
right.
So we have to pull everything and redo the fucking bags. And like, I'm like, well, what are we gonna do, bro? Like, we're just gonna make it black. I guess we'll do them black with the red fucking checkers or something. But here's my theory is. I just sent them fucking, a box of pizza boxes, right? Mm-hmm. And just to give to all our accounts for displays. Mm-hmm. They look cool. And people love the fucking pizza boxes.
Yeah, it stands out.
Stands out. I'm thinking, you know how they do it? They go in there to inspect the dispensary, and they're looking around. It's probably on display with a couple of good pizza bags in it, and they think it's part of our fucking packaging, and they flagged us. And not only they flag us, they ain't fucking tell us what we need to do, what was flagged. Like, they're just like, change it.
Recall.
Like, what the fuck, bro? We've been out there for over damn near a year now. June will be a year. I'm like, how did this happen, bro?
And you spend a lot of money on that packaging. It's very disruptive.
Bro. It's fucking very disruptive. And we got a whole drop coming right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's just like, damn, dog.
That shit is like the nanny state is coming for your cannabis culture. It was the trade-off of going legal is they get a say in your bag.
Yeah.
And in Canada, like, it's got to be blank.
It's like Florida damn near too.
Right.
Florida's super bland.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they say like it's about, corrupting the youth, which is the same thing they said to Aristotle. Even though like you have to be 21 with an valid ID to even get in this store. Yeah, and then everything in there is in a childproof container.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like the premixed cocktails, the buzz balls, they're selling them at 7-Eleven in California on the candy aisle next to my kids' middle school.
Straight up.
And the kids are getting their stomach pumped at school because of that whole, like craft beer is called Num Num Juice, but I can't have like a checker on my bag.
I didn't know Italian flag colors were kid friendly.
Dude, it's
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So if it's not that, then it's gotta be these. I don't know, bro. This has just hit my.
I'm sorry to bring it up.
My lap this morning. No. It needs to be talked about, man.
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, I think, and like meanwhile, the trap is doing whatever they want. They have like Operation board games and Lunchables and.
That's funny you said the Be Easy era because he did set it off with those boxes. He was on this fucking podcast the first time I ever interviewed him.
Respect.
And he was like, yo, I was bored as fuck. Hit my designer, what could we do? We're doing these cereal boxes.
Yeah.
And it went fucking ape shit, bro. I don't know who did. I'm sure there was a box prior. Mm-hmm. But like who did it like that, bro? And it was just like everything had to come in a box.
I know, and it's like when you see the whole like get to the bag collection, you feel like you're getting this CAT scan of our culture.
You are.
Like you see all the flavors and tropes and characters and all of our influences reflected back at us, and it's like this is who we are. This is our milieu. This is you can't like defang this. You can't take this away from us. Like as long as there have been stoners, we've been co-opting pop culture and remixing it and serving it back. And it's just like music. Like rap music does this, like remix music, like tapes, mixtapes. Like this culture doesn't sit still. We're all in conversation. And so for you to jump in and be like, no, it doesn't really stop it. It just stops it in the store. It penalizes people trying to play by the rules.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, out in the streets, like it's wide open.
Oh, it's fucking
And
Wild West,
it's
baby.
going crazier than ever.
Do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have it, and we're always going to keep adding to it. I'm always on the lookout for cool Mylars.
Definitely.
And they're art, man. That is art the way. There's a rock poster museum in San Francisco. You know,
that's cool,
early
man.
Grateful Dead stuff
cool.
and all the early Jimi Hendrix stuff. And
hell yeah.
Everything that's mainstream now started out as like edgy and dangerous then, you know? And that's this stuff.
Yep.
Watch.
Yep. That's a good segue into my next question. What are you seeing in the industry out there? What are you calling bullshit on? What grinds your gears?
What grinds my gears in weed? I think I'm ready for people to set aside the THC chase and embrace the terps and the flavor and the effect.
Amen.
Snowtail calls it terpene teen testers, like stuff that's under 20. Mm-hmm. I've talked to a lot of growers who have a favorite strain that they're not running anymore because the numbers aren't high enough.
It's a fucking shame, bro.
Yeah, especially in the purples, it's hard to get a GDP above 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that needs to end because we're setting aside the best flavors, the best effects, to chase like a 39%er that tastes like cardboard, you know?
Yeah, bro, what are we doing?
And I don't need to lecture anybody, but I think if you know, you know, and if you don't know, like you don't buy alcohol based on like a moonshine level, you know,
bro, that's
ABV.
That's it.
Like I don't look at, I often think I'm trying to keep my IPAs a little lower so I can have a couple more, you know? Yeah. I think it was Crockett who said, if Tangy's not strong enough for you, just take 2 bong loads. Like instead of one, just smoke more. And so, yeah, like it's great that we have weed testing and everyone knows how strong everything is, but it's clear to me that there's so much more than just that THC score. Like for a while we thought it was terpenes and they definitely play a role, but now there's stuff beyond terpenes that we're finding that play a role, like volatile sulfur compounds, thiols, flavonoids, like you only like there's like the test score is like having one hand on the elephant. It's like, sure, you know what that part feels like, but there's a whole other elephant there that they're having trouble quantifying that, like, you know it when you taste it and something's great, you know?
Totally, bro.
That I want people to get back to trusting their nose and how it feels in their hands and how it tastes and then how it feels in their body versus, how blingy it is or dense or big it is, or like how high a testing it is. Because I think you're going to have a much richer life as a cannabis smoker, like trusting your senses than trusting like some ink score on a box.
No doubt.
From a high pressure liquid chromatography device that was just measuring blips on a screen. Like,
yeah, and only like a quarter ounce of weed. Like you could smoke through the same batch of weed and have like some joints that are smoking, some that are not. These are plants. There was a lot of plants that went into this pound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when it got trimmed.
That was just a sample.
Bucked, trimmed, graded. Dog, you could have 20 different plants in there. You know what I'm saying? From that harvest, from that table, right? So, and you hit it on the head, bro. Once you say, look, we don't buy alcohol because we don't look shot for Everclear because we're gonna get fucked up. That should end the whole fucking conversation.
Yeah, there's no wine drinkers that are sitting there being like, oh, and it's 7% ABV. Like you're talking about how it tastes like nuts and licorice and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, all the notes. All the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked, bro. And it's just, I think it's just a sales tactic that the clubs have adopted, and it's just really hard to shake.
And it's tough because the growers are trying to get the clubs to buy it. Like that's lower testing and saying it's good, trust us. But then they're doing a bad job at selling the consumer. And so I envision doing some events that are like terpene testers, everything under 20, trust us. Like come here and enjoy this and your money back if this isn't
even under 25, dude.
Like just enveloping, good feeling weed, you know?
Yeah, I think under 20 is the most extreme because they're not touching 25, it. Like even 25, they're tripping on. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I'll make an exception. Like, dog, what, bro?
And at the same time, you hear a lot of normies say, I can't smoke weed, it's too strong. You know, like the people that are really occasional smokers,
right?
They're older, they got a life, they have stress in their life, and then they hit like a 35%er and they're like, I'm not doing this ever again. I'd rather just drink and turn my brain off. And it's like, bro, you need an 18%er with 4% terps. Maybe 1%
terps that you
CBD.
like, though. And terps that you actually like, that your body likes. That's true, bro. That's really what you're fighting. You're fighting terps you don't like. You know what I'm saying? If you had some terps that like your body's vibing with, I don't think it matters what the percentage is. You're just chilling like a motherfucker. Like, damn, this is nice. Why was this one so different than the last time I smoked? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like chems, like get on top of me. And sometimes I want that, you know, like, here we go. Ah.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I don't. And so, like, if I'm trying to, like, relax at night, maybe I don't go to the Grumpy Tiger and get all tweaked out, you know, or the Vietnamese crazy Durban terpenoline, you know. There's a Fig Farm strain right now called Fabulosa. And it doesn't matter how much you smoke, you will never get, like, anxious or the fear, you know, no matter how busy you are.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah, and it is fabulous. Everything over there does check all the boxes. They always are big nugs that look perfect.
Oh, they're fucking,
like for sure. Like they're not letting anything out that doesn't look like, oh my God, this is the sexiest nug I've ever seen. But the Fabulosa in particular, which is in like a gelato-y family, like it's not the newest thing, but the effect again is like, not every strain consistently will make me feel the way I need to feel when it terms of like turning my brain off, mellowing out, you know, like dinner with the wife. You know, you don't want to be sitting there at dinner like, this is great.
Yeah, right. I want to chill.
Like, cool. Yeah.
So
shout out to Fabulosa, man. Right?
Let's get like 3 apps. Go crazy.
Can I borrow your lighter?
Yeah, please do.
Thanks.
Yeah, sir. This one just took shit. I mean, we were going so strong.
Nice.
I was like, damn, this motherfucker is badass. So talking terps, talking strains, it's only right we get David Down's top 3 strains of all time.
This is tough because don't you break it out by eras?
Yeah, well, no, you kind of sort of. So one old school, something new you're fucking with, and a desert island strain you're stuck on an island with for the rest of your life.
Okay. So old school, bring on the hate, but I want to put some respect on Blue Dream.
Knew that was coming as soon as you said that.
Because like, what you got? You got Dave Watson's Haze. You got DJ Short's Blueberry. They don't know who put it together. It grows like a beast. It's fun for beginners. It was the first strain where someone had hipped me to like the fact that strains had effects. So Dave Bowers at Berkeley Patients Care Center made strain baseball cards in like 2014 and 2012, 2010. And it was like Blue Dream, anti-anxiety strain. I'm like, fucking sign me up. I'm a stress case. And I smoked it and I was like, fuck. Like I actually have no anxiety now. Maybe it's like a, what do they call it? Like a placebo effect.
Placebo, yeah.
I feel good. And obviously like it smells great, like blueberry and grass. The flavor translation isn't great, but you can most certainly like smoke it anytime and it's never gonna like give you the fear.
For sure.
And then I see on Leafly that Blue Dream continues to be like a top 5 strain nationally to this day.
Yeah.
Like it's time tested, audience approved. Like it's always going to be with us. Mm-hmm. It's like Led Zeppelin. Like that shit is always going to be playing on a classic rock station. And new people will find it and be like, that's my jam.
Yeah.
You know, Purple City Genetics is releasing a Watermelon Dream at Clonetopia, and that's Blue Dream to Watermelon Z. So I like that idea because the Blue Dream is going to make the Watermelon Z grow better. And the Watermelon Z is going to make the Blue Dream taste better.
No doubt.
And like, that's probably a good one. So, you know, shout out Blue Dream and all the old Blue Dream growers out there who made their money and
did their thing.
Yeah,
that they fucking did, bro.
Yeah. And it'll always be around. And both Uma and Main Trees, these like high-end, hype indoor growers are growing Blue Dream right now. Like they're doing throwback runs.
Hell yeah.
And they're fucking crazy. Yeah. Like the biggest, iciest, most perfect, like Bugatti version of a Blue Dream known to man is like sitting in the rows right now. So watch out on the old school. And then super hyper contemporary, like something new.
Yeah, something new. Something you fucking with for the last year or two.
Yeah, I am a fan of the toad venom.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I got some from Green Dragon Glenn at the KSS trade show in Oakland, and he gave me a quarter of it. And it had the goods. I remember grinding some up in the garage, and my wife was like, "Did a cat just piss down in here? What the fuck is that smell?"
It smells different, bro. It's different.
Ronan Jake talks about
I'm not mad at it at all.
Stopping flights, because of the smell on the plane.
Yeah.
No Matt Jackson said the same thing. Like he was on a plane and Ronan Jake gave him the nugs. And there was this drunk lady getting escorted off, and she's like, "I don't know why you're fucking taking me off the plane. You need to find out who's got the weed on this plane." And he's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up."
Damn, bro.
But Sin Mint cookies, Skittles, Animal Face, winner.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
That hit. And I love that it's not the best looking strain, but the effects are like there, and the smell is there, and the taste is there. I fully co-sign that toad venom. And you see that there's this big toad release from Green Dragon, 2 of them. So
I'm like, hold up, wait the fuck. I was like, I knew Glenn was dropping Green Dragon, then I seen Ronan dropping. I'm like, wait, what the fuck's going on here?
It's I'm calling it hot toad summer, man.
Yeah, word.
It's out. The toad is like
the toad's out.
And this wave is building.
And I've already had so many mid batches of it lately. I'm like, oh, wow, this is about to be bad.
Yeah.
This is going to get bad before it gets good.
But like, I remember talking to Burner when people were stealing his strains, and I was like, bro, you're the avocado tree. The avocado tree makes avocados year round. And people come and they pick them up and they take them. But then you just got more avocados coming. Like, be the avocado tree. Like, don't.
It's an interesting
worry
analogy.
about it.
For sure.
Like, and I think the fact that they're both letting that out in mass means that it's going to become part of the DNA of pot. The way like Kubla Khan had so much sex that he changed the DNA of like Asia, and so like everybody's got a little Kubla Khan in him now because he just did so much conquering and breeding, as it were, that he like you can like trace his lineage into all these things. I think
no doubt
Toad's gonna be one of those, like I call it like
it's off to the races. Everybody's hitting it with something.
Right. There's Galaxy Toad,
crazy.
Snake Charmer, Five-Belly Toad, Tiger Lily.
And I've never even had any of these. I know the names.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see it constantly.
Yeah. So like I think that's like releasing stuff instead of hiding
for it, man.
Is kind of
somebody
what
probably
makes
hit
it
to Z.
eternal.
I'm sure somebody's got to hit to Z.
Hit it back. Yeah. I like that. I like that it's out, and it reminds me of like COVID variants. They'd always have a new one come out, and it would just like be more fit in the market than anything else and start crowding it out. So it was like Alpha, Beta, Delta, and then Omicron came out, and like 90% of the COVID tests came back for Omicron. Toad's the Omicron of weed, man.
Word, bro.
It's like about to colonize everything.
That's crazy. I kind of believe you, bro. Real talk.
It's fit. Like, I like when we were judging the Autoflower Cup, we would smoke Toad at night to reset our palates because we were smoking all these mid autos. And as you
that's fucking great.
Yeah, like as you smoke mid autos, your standards just go down, down, down.
Word,
and you forget
bro.
what good weed can taste like.
That's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. I see where you're going with that.
So at the end, we'd roll up Toad, and everybody would be like, "Oh that's fucking what shit can be."
Have you had it in rosin form?
No.
Fire, bro.
Cool.
Yo, my dog. Shout out my dog. The Water Boys in Cutright. They gave me some frog and West Coast Alchemy. They gave me some frog rosin, and they gave me the gay frog, which is Skittles and frog homogenized. It ain't crossing that, but it's Skittles and frog homogenized. It is fucking fire, bro.
Because it's like a rainbow frog.
A rainbow frog, yeah, it's a gay frog. It's so fire, bro. I was like, yo, what? I was like, branding crazy. I hope y'all don't get canceled for that. It's fucking great. It's awesome, dude. This all makes sense.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
And then for my like desert island strain, the like intersection of strains that I love to explore is OG crossed with Z. OGZ, ZOG, Oz Kush.
Got you. That's perfect. Dog, that is so proper of an answer for the island.
Thank you. Because you can wake up and smoke it. You could smoke it all day and get high. You could smoke it into the night. The like what the Z does to the OG in terms of putting a candy over like the gassy piney lemon, or what the OG can do to the Z, you know, in
Powered
reverse. Up. Yeah, Karma Genetics over in Europe did a ZOA, like Karma ZOA.
The Zawa.
Yeah.
That's how I say it, because that's how I say Zawa.
Yeah.
Where I'm from. You know
The Zawa. Shout out Karma and the Zawa work.
Word.
In general, that was in a Zolympics box back in the day.
That shit was fire too. There,
right?
Yo, that keeper cut they had is way better than anything that I've seen hunted, because my boy popped a couple.
Same.
I actually still have a pack of those from Cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that, you know, I think cements, like, sealed the deal for me in terms of always keeping an eye out for that intersection, which again leads to the Lempire 3Zs, 4Zs, the Woodwide 4x4s.
Just more of what you like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's cool. Croissant folding and refolding of those two things. I think is never gonna bore me or make me like regretful that I have it on hand. I'm always, you know, I want to share it.
The reason that was such a perfect answer is because after episode 100, like I realized like 30, 40 episodes in, everybody was taking Skittles or OG to the island. So I was like, look, episode 100 hits. I want everybody whoever can email me first on who won the battle for the island. Was it Skittles or was it OG? I'm going to bless you with a pound of each, or a half pound of each. You're going to get a pound of weed, half pound of each. And I did too. Somebody fucking did it and they won, and they won a half pound of each.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
And it was dope. Like I worked with some dope people. Like I sourced it for, like I wanted to be sponsored by like somebody had some fire ass Z, some fire ass OG, you feel me?
Yeah.
And shout out to Ted Alien Labs, who's actually coming on the show next week.
Dope. Shout out Ted.
He blessed me with some Alien Labs Z, which is fucking fire, dude.
Yeah. And it's out and people keep making cool stuff with it. Including Masonic. And I'm here for it. I don't know whether it washes particularly or squishes or anything, but I've always been a flower guy. I like green bud.
Same.
You know, and again, it doesn't need to be the prettiest, blingiest thing.
No doubt. Oh hell no! I don't give a fuck about that. As long as you trimmed it. You know
yeah, I think the looks can be deceiving or can be distracting, like that chase for like the facade, the eye candy, like the insane bling.
Yeah,
you know, like I get it. We're visual creatures. That's what sells.
But if you're a real smoker, you ain't off that.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it in my lungs, bro. I'm tasting it. And
as long as ain't no scraggly little piece of shit. Like, who's this wispy little fucking thing you brought me? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even then, it's probably some crazy haze that'll have you up in a fucking tree.
Fun fact, you know like Josh D has said that the OG he got was throwback, because everybody back then was growing BC Big Bud.
Yeah.
And for the yield. And OG yielded for shit. But the smell and the taste made him keep it and expand it. And so I always look now for the problem children in the garden, because I think like the good kids have been hunted out. It's all that's left. If you're looking for really what's new, it's probably going to be in something that doesn't yield well or doesn't look great or is missing some of these boxes, these superficial boxes, but it's going to have crazy flavor, crazy smell, crazy effect. Bro. You know?
It's usually the case. Yeah.
So give me your weird viney ones, your problem kids. Like even like in hash now, I'm seeing more people squish stuff that is a low yielder because it's a unique terp instead of another papaya or another GMO.
Yeah.
Or something where they know they're getting their money's worth. It's like, yeah, like of course. But if you and I are always on the lookout for the next thing, Earl Hill makes a blueberry muffin rosin and the yield is like under 2.
Dog, I just met bro. Shout out my guy, man. Earl Hill. I fucks with you, bro. Yo, he reminds me, I told him. I was like, yo, I chilled him for like, we had dinner and shit. My bro Caleb from Main Stage. And we were just chilling, vibing and shit. I'm listening to him tell his stories. I'm like, yo, bro, I fuck with you. You remind me of my big cousin Troy. And I was like my big cuz, you know what I mean? It kind of brought me up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I fuck with him, man.
Yeah,
good
like
people, bro. Good people. And I heard about the blueberry muffin. I didn't know that was him. What the fuck? So it's dope to be that involved in the weed game and my whole life, and then like now in media, where I just learned so much that goddamn, I'm still learning shit. Like there's so much lore and stories and legends to still learn from and hear their stories, if they even want to fucking tell their story. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about how great it is
when you in person, and it's not going no farther than that.
Right. And I'm happy you're doing the podcast because there's a lot of lore that's getting recorded. Thank God forever.
Hell yeah, man.
You know, and this is like the first draft of that history.
Word, bro. Yeah. Shout out to all the podcasters, all the media, all the, you know what I mean?
For real.
Everybody, all the writers.
Yeah, the storytellers, the bards.
The bards, B-A-R-D. I never heard this word.
B-A-R-D, yeah.
The bards.
Yeah.
Shout out to the bards.
The bardic energy.
Bardic energy, word, bro. So speaking of dabs, let's take a dab of this little Dr. Dabber, man. It's fucking dab time. It's dab o'clock, my friend. It's 1:47.
Yes, sir.
On this lovely Wednesday. And we're going to smoke your friend's rosin.
Right. That's the...
Shout them out. Shout them out.
This is Fire King's washing. Newcomb Family Farms is Mega Peaches. And my understanding is Mega Peaches was the breeder is Stayfly Genetics. And Newcomb Family Farms is famous for these like outdoor living soil regenerative beds. They grow actual produce, including peaches there.
Fire.
And and they, you know, did this Mega Peaches, which I think is super on trend right now. I think we're in the middle of a peach wave with the Moroccan peaches from PCG, all of that El Creme line, you know, taking candy from lime to peach and then giving it like a carbonized sort of caramelized fired glaze or like an edge to a sweet peach, you know, just
hell yeah,
or a spiciness to it.
I fuck with the peaches in rosin form. Not a big peach guy in flower, but rosin.
Right. Yeah. I think concentrating it really is where it shines, right?
Yeah,
just like banana, banana in flour.
For sure, dude.
It was always a letdown.
So like midzi, it's hay, you know, hay terps. You know what I mean?
And I
terps.
think it's because it has some esters that are gone after the first week, and so if you got it, you know,
as soon as she starts buzzing, you're ready to go, cousin.
All right, sweet. I gotta ask you a question. Like, I'm writing the Fire Follower Genetics newsletter, and people keep breeding with Banana OG. I see so many people
that's a fact,
with a Banana OG in their cross, like, and I don't know like why or where it's coming from.
Nostalgia, bro. It's just one of them ones that you love from back in the day. I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong. Somebody flame me in the comments.
Tell us why Banana OG isn't everybody.
People look for outliers. You know what I'm saying? What could we bring back that we love? If one of these phenos could just pop one of them outliers that I fucking love from this strain way back here, this is a win. And then maybe mix with a little bit of this thing I thought was good that I crossed it with. You know what I'm saying? I've learned a lot of that from being friends with Rusty, Duke of Herb, Duke of Doja, whatever you want to call him. You know, just learning about like looking for outliers. Yeah, you know what? I fucking do. And they're right there. I'm gonna go grab them real quick.
All right, I'll keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking. Wait.
I think
I got a question for you.
What's up?
Since we're smoking, if you could smoke with two people, one that's dead, one that's alive, who would they be? Go.
I wrote down off the top of my head Hunter S. Thompson for the dead person.
Oh, that's fucking fire.
I don't know. Maybe he'd be a jerk, but
that's fire. Bro.
I think you can't be a writer in the cannabis space and not have been influenced by him and being inspired by someone who lived a life of writing and didn't make very many, concessions to anybody or anything. I think writing's always been a way for me to like live authentically, like I think both of us could make money doing a lot of things, but
definitely.
You only have a certain amount of time on earth. And so you want to spend them doing the things that's like in your nature that like bring you joy that you're good at,
for sure.
And growing up middle class, you don't get the sense that writing can be that, but it was very hypnotically engaging to like read his stuff and other beat writers or, also reading beat writers and see like read his like letters and see him come up. Be like, oh, it's possible. Like there's a blueprint out there for being a uncompromising freelance writer and living every day to the fullest. So shout out Hunter Thompson and, rest in power. And then on the one alive, I wrote down Barack Obama because that dude used to smoke.
That's cool, man.
And, I think he's cool. I think like
to
smoke with.
The homie.
Like he'd be enjoyable and, funny.
Yeah, dude.
And maybe like break into some old stories about smoking in Hawaii and Oahu, Punahou back in the day.
And he smoked Newports, bro. You know he's a fucking homie, bro. You know what? I might even come out of retirement smoking Newport with the homie.
Yeah. I mean,
no, I wouldn't do that.
I don't know. He came off as authentic to me and
he did. Definitely did.
And I know I have a sense of what it would be like to smoke with him. It'd be cool as fuck.
Yeah,
I think,
there's no doubt. There's no doubt, bro.
And we don't have to talk politics or anything,
Talk about whatever you want, bro.
Well, I'm sure he's just an engaging and charming person to smoke with. And he was, the leader of the free world. And he was he smoked weed. Like,
God bless him.
Yeah, like, I think it would be fun to, like, smoke with the former leader of the free world. It's like, biggest, most powerful, like, person closest to the most power who's smoked weed that I know of.
Yeah, dude.
Good
choices. I ain't mad at it. So our guest before you left a question for you.
Yeah.
And the question is, if you could resurrect one thing or brand from our industry, who or what would you bring back?
Cool. Resurrect one brand or thing from our industry. Who would you bring back? Oh, man. Right after I did a dab too.
Sorry.
No, deli style in California.
Oh, fucking solid, bro.
Thank you.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, like
fire,
this is
bro.
a thing for me. I was out reporting in Missouri, Midwest, red state.
Word.
They have deli style. One of the things I'm developing as a story is like California is not the most liberal place on marijuana in America anymore. A lot of like quote unquote red states or purple states enjoy weed freedoms that we don't have here in California in a weird way. Like it need to be called out, whether it's like deli style, drive through, some of the packaging restrictions. I think there's some bars in like Montana that you can get THC drinks at and alcohol. I'm not saying I want to do it, but the fact that like there was
shit is so much more
like, I'm not saying I'm going to move there, I'd love visiting, but I do think California should stay at the forefront of weed liberalities.
Definitely.
And deli style
was shit, bro.
Better on packaging. Like people like to bitch and moan about all the packaging waste, So how are we in California not being able to bring like a reusable container that we've all deemed safe for using this way, like some childproof thing, like the stash jars or bring a usable in and
solid, bro.
Remember the old ball glass jars with the sleeve on them and then the reusable top?
Bro, those were the shit.
Dude.
Those I did a drop of those and I swear they died mid-drop. Like everybody was like, grove bags.
No.
I'm like, fuck. And I love the grove bags. I don't even use them no more. And they're mad bulky in my bag and shit.
Sure. Yeah.
You got to kind of keep them full to keep it fresh. You feel me?
So as long as you bring in like a grove jar or grove bag or something equivalent or those things, you should be able to get the chopstick treatment.
Yeah,
and
that
smell
shit was
your face
fire.
in there.
That shit was fire.
Yeah.
Definitely part of the experience. What question would you leave our next guest?
I mean, I'm going to take it deep and fundamental, which is like,
okay.
What do you, you're going to die today. What are you doing with the rest of your day?
That's a good one. Before we get up out of here, goddamn, that was a good one. I like that one. Make these motherfuckers think. Let's see. Oh, you know who's going to get that question? Ted.
Great.
It's fucking perfect.
Because if he's honest or if he's like disingenuous, it'll be like either funny or really telling.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruben, do you want to dab? You good? All right. Before we get up out of here, if you could go back to the young you the day before you hopped off the porch and jumped in the game, what advice would you give you?
I would say like play it cooler, like be less disputatious. Like, I think I've learned that people are allowed to just be wrong and it's not your place in the world to like correct or check everything, like, especially with the internet now, like people are going to be wrong on the internet. They're going to be wrong in the comments. It's all going to be happening. And like, you don't have to, like, it's not your responsibility to be the thing that opens their eyes. Like if you can, that's great. Mm-hmm. But life's gonna do that or it's not, and so I would have had to get in less arguments, and I would have cultivated more goodwill by, accepting people where they are and trying to learn from them, and where it's possible, show them other angles,
No doubt.
I'm over that era where, I need to solve someone's bad political view or something I don't think is right. I'm old enough to understand that maybe I'm not right. So you don't never know, and I think that's always like something that's not said enough, I think, is like, you can play it cool.
So be cool.
Kinda.
Be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm high.
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm in that season. I'm 42, bro. Trust me.
There's like a Keanu meme where it's like, if someone comes up to me and says 2 + 2 is 5, he's just like, fine, sure, that's your truth. Like, I'm not, it's not my fight. Someone being wrong doesn't have to affect you.
For sure. For sure. David Downs, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, JP.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, good pizza audience.
You already know, man. Where can people find you if you choose to be found? Let them know right here.
Yeah, check out sfspacewalk.com. That's our events website. I don't like throwing things out to the socials anymore. Things get turned off. It's, you need to cultivate your own one-on-one connection to your audience that's like not breakable. So check out sfspacewalk.com and you can follow me everywhere off there.
Good stuff, man. Thanks for coming through, bro.
Thanks, JP.
You already know. Good Pizza Podcast, David Downs. Tune in. Thank you for everybody that subscribed to our YouTube. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Everybody, please go check out the website. If you want some merch, you want some swag, hit goodpizza.com. That's with 3 Z's. Thank you for our sponsors. Thank you for our audience. We appreciate y'all. Peace, love, good pizza. We up out of here.